Well, Seth, one game into this two-game set with the visiting Grand Rapids Griffins, and what did you see from the opening matchup where it looked like you had good spells of play for your team, but maybe not as long as you would have liked?
Yeah, we had spurts of good play, but if we want to win consistently on a night-to-night basis, we got to put in a full 60-minute effort. And yesterday we didn't do that. We had a video session today. We worked on some stuff in practice, and the guys are feeling good today, feeling fresh, so we're ready for another game tomorrow.
When you have a game like that with a young team, is there an issue of trying to regain confidence, or is it a matter of just understanding what you need to do to have more of the play?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. I mean, you can't get too high or too low, especially in this league. It's a long season, 76 games, so I think it's just coming to the rink with the right mindset every day, work hard, and play the system that the coaches have put forth for us, and good things happen.
One of the things we noticed the coach talking about in terms of trying to generate some offense for the team, getting pucks to the net, and then maybe doing what it takes to get those second opportunities off of getting pucks to the net. Last night, you had 4 shots in the game. Is that part of your mindset now, maybe more than ever, is just making sure that you're getting pucks to where they can cause problems?
Yeah, it's tough. You throw pucks from tough angles. Sometimes the goalie doesn't expect you to throw it there, or it creates a rebound. So. In the past, I'm not used to doing that. I like to hold on the puck, but, we've been scoring goals that way, so, you got to stick with what works.
Well, and speaking of what works, we've seen you last weekend. You had a 5-point weekend, using that patience, using that poise to let the other players come into the play, to create those opportunities that maybe don't appear at first. What does it take to develop that kind of confidence? Is that something you've had since the junior days? Is that just part of what you bring?
In junior, I was more of a shooter, actually. I was shooting everything, and I think just when I turned pro, I just kind of developed a sense to hold on the puck longer and make plays. I look up to some guys that play in the NHL that play similar styles, so it's a fun way for me to play, and I like getting guys points and getting guys goals, so it's just the way I've played.
Well, with that in mind, then, do you talk to some of the young players about the idea of maybe being a bit more patient at times?
I don't try and tell anybody how to play. A lot of guys play different, but sometimes I think you don't just throw the puck away. You got to hold on to it a little bit. So it takes a little bit of time when you're young. It takes a while because this league's a tough league. So you got to pick your spots if you want to hold on it down low, or like we've been doing here, shot starters and stuff like that, throwing it from tough angles. So you just got to pick your spots, and stuff can happen for you.
How hard is it to get comfortable with that mindset that you've got to have the good defensive play to create the offensive opportunities? You've been around long enough to understand it, but I'm just wondering about players maybe turning pro, and they hear this all the time, but do they buy it, and how tough is it to buy it?
Yeah, it is tough, especially a lot of guys coming from junior. A lot of guys are really good junior players, but it doesn't translate because if you're not good enough in your D zone, especially at this level, you just won't play. So, it's big. You watch some of our goals lately, it's off the rush. It comes from turnovers that we force, and we go the other way on an odd man rush, and we get opportunities. So, all it takes is one mistake, and you're going the other way, and it could end up in the back of your net. So, it's huge, especially at this level.
I was going to say, maybe more than the next level, you see line changes a lot around here. I don't mean changes within the game, but change up the composition of the lines, who you're playing with. Is that something that is challenging? Does that take experience to be able to get comfortable no matter who's out there with you, or how do you find that?
Yeah, it can be challenging, but I think we've been around each other long enough. We're starting to see players' tendencies and the way people play. So with my line right now, I know Lipper's going to be going hard every shift. He's going to be hard on the forecheck. He's tough to play against, and Hark skates well, moves the puck well. So we got a good combination there. So it's just a matter of knowing who you're playing with and knowing their style of game. And I think the chemistry can be built quicker that way rather than waiting around to see what they do. I think you just got to study everybody a little bit.
You haven't had to wait very long to get a sense of this Central Division. You know what the big teams are all about now, and the games are never easy. What's your feel now that you've had a bit of an introduction to what this group is like?
Yeah, it's different. I've never played over on this side, so it's fun playing all these different other teams because you got some rivalries on their side, so it's nice starting fresh over on this side. But it's fast pace every night. It seems like teams are fresh when they come here every time. And they're looking. It's tough too because you play them back to back every time, right? They don't just come here for one trip. So, it's nice. We've been in a couple of situations where we've got that first game, but they're coming. You see them either the next night or 2 nights later. So, you know, it's in their back of their head. They don't got time to forget about that loss. They come right back hard. So it's nice for us too. When, you know, we lost yesterday and we don't have a lot of time to you know, sit and think about it. We get right back out there tomorrow and you know, hopefully take 2 points away from them.